Watch closely, as this is how traffic turns dangerous, because one driver couldn't wait. Look at the right side. This white van isn't in a lane. It's driving on the divider line, already breaking the rules. It rolls up next to the camera car, clearly trying to force its way in at the last second. The gap isn't there, but that doesn't stop him. He starts pushing in anyway. You can hear the scrape as it sideswipes the front corner of the car. He finally backs off and merges properly after the damage is done. Some drivers think they're saving time, but they just leave a mess behind. This driver seriously messed with the wrong truck. It's pitch black. The freeway's quiet until this black sedan blasts past the lorry like it owns the road. The truck flashes its high beams, a classic warning. But what does the sedan do? It slams the brakes. Truck driver has no time to react. The truck crashes straight into it, and it gets shoved into roadwork barriers. If you want to see what the sedan looked like after the crash, subscribe in the next 3 seconds. That's what happens when ego meets reality. This police patrol was chilling until 2 bikes blasted past him. One of the bikes was doing a wheelie at the same time and almost crashed, while the other bike was just following him on the public road. They turned right, trying to get some distance, but the police didn't budge a bit. The police car can easily catch up on the straight, so the bikers had to come with a plan B, and fast. So that's what they did, because then the bikes went through a bollard section where the police couldn't follow and had to end the chase. What would you do in this situation? You won't believe what this pickup truck did. The camera car makes a standard left turn, but in the back, a pickup truck speeds up, cuts off the sedan, and jumps out, ready to confront. Not wanting to fight, the sedan slips away, drives through a parking lot, dodging lanes and looping around to shake him. Eventually, things seem calm. The sedan pulls up to a red light, thinking it's over, but the pickup shows up again, out of nowhere. Same move, blocks the car and gets out like he's round 2 ready. But the sedan punches it through the red light and submits the footage to the police to get this guy off the road. What would you do in this situation? What's the best way to merge in heavy traffic between cars where there is space, right? Well, this BMW driver is about to prove you wrong, but it's expected, considering the car he's in. Behind the black car, there is plenty of room, but the BMW driver's ego doesn't like this one bit. Boom! Quick acceleration, and he's up front. What a great way to create chaos out of nothing. This driver was speeding on an empty highway, trying to get home quickly, when he reached a highway on-ramp. A white sedan driver failed to notice him and turned into his lane, causing the camera car almost to lose control. Would you have reacted on time if this happened to you? You won't believe what this trucker did. This truck was driving casually until he noticed a blue truck up ahead turning across. But just then, something crazy happens. The blue truck's trailer decouples, making only the truck cab move. The camera truck's driver is annoyed at first. Like, what now? But instead of just honking and driving on, he pulls over and jumps out. That's the kind of help you don't see every day. This driver was cruising on a highway when a police van passed him, giving him the signal to pull over. However, the driver had other plans. Before the right lane ends, he suddenly swerves to the right and avoids the police. Hopefully, the officer won't give him a hard time for the clever maneuver. You won't believe what this Beetle driver did. First, he starts overtaking a long line of cars, but up ahead, there is a truck. Nowhere to go, he swerves off the road to avoid a crash. You think he'd learn his lesson, right? Wrong. Just a few minutes later comes the same red Volkswagen, this time flying past the camera car at breakneck speed. Luckily, no one got hurt, but wow, some drivers never learn. You won't believe what this Ford driver tried to pull off. He's in the left lane. Road markings show it's about to merge into the right lane. But does he merge? Nope. He hangs on, gets himself stuck between the camera truck's trailer and the curb. Instead of understanding that he's wrong, he floors it, speeds up next to the truck with the window down, shouting at the driver as if it's the truck's fault he can't read the road markings. Then he tries to cut in front, but the truck speeds up just enough to shut him out. Question is, should this Ford driver head back to driving school? You won't believe what happened here. A gray BMW is overtaking a slower car and gaining speed. But right as he's doing that, this white car decides to overtake 2 at the same time. That leads to a sideswipe and is an excellent reminder that sometimes trying to be the fastest means you get to the body shop first. This truck driver thought he could beat the light at trying to slip through before the light turns red. But there's one problem. He's in a massive truck, not a sports car. He hits the corner way too fast. Momentum takes over and the truck tips right onto its side. Now he's stuck, unable to move, blocking the intersection. Another classic case where rushing to beat the light doesn't save time. Sometimes it's better to wait. This truck's got the green light, but a stream of cars keeps flowing through, ignoring the red light as if it's a suggestion. One after another, no one's stopping. The truck's forced to hit the brakes, nearly colliding. Then comes the gray car, and that's when the trucks had had enough. He inches forward, holding his ground, forcing the Renault to back off, literally reversing behind the light. Thankfully, no crash occurred in the dangerous situation, but do you think the truck driver did the right thing? This truck's driving like any other day, minding its own business. Then, a brown car in the left lane stops, like it's letting the truck pass. But just when you think it's all good, bam! The vehicle accelerates straight into the side of the truck. Seriously, who does that? Insurance scam? Distracted driver? Something else. And here's the kicker. Want to see what the Volvo looked like after that hit? Subscribe in the next 3 seconds. So, what do you think? Camera car cruising on the highway. Then out of nowhere, boom, straight into the side. The impact is loud and you can feel it. The orange car doesn't even stop, just keeps slowly rolling forward like nothing happened. Meanwhile, the camera car is left stranded in the middle of the road. Shock? Fear? What was that driver even thinking? Did they not see the camera car or didn't care? This car is driving steadily on the highway. Then, two trucks pull out for a blind overtake. The first one makes it past, but the second one? He's stuck, nose to nose with the car. The car holds firm, refusing to give in. The truck driver's not happy, but eventually he has no choice. He reverses back into his lane. Lesson learned. Overtaking might feel faster, but it can sometimes make things worse. You won't believe what this truck did. This truck is trying to merge into the same lane as the DHL truck. Both have the same top speed limiter, so the merging truck can't just speed up. The DHL truck? He could slow down. He's got brakes, but instead he holds his ground, like a rolling wall. The merging truck inches over, bit by bit, until the DHL finally gives way. Trucks have brakes for a reason. Why not use them? This black car attempts a straight-up risky, illegal overtaking maneuver. But then, bam! Oversteer. He spins out right in front of the camera car.
Embarrassing!
The camera car stops like, did that happen? Then, to make it worse, the driver stalls the engine. Now he's stuck, blocking the road, all eyes on him. Finally, he gets it going, clears the road, probably hoping no one noticed. But the camera caught it all.
This car's driving like any typical day until a gray Suzuki comes up overtaking a line of vehicles. But instead of merging back in safely, he drives straight into the camera car. No hesitation, no last-minute swerve, just like it was the plan all along. What was the driver thinking? Was it a distraction, rage, or something else entirely? You're not gonna believe what you're seeing. This truck is literally pushing a car down the road. Not towing, not pulling, pushing. Guess someone didn't want to pay for a tow truck today. This white sedan decides to overtake, crossing a solid line for no reason. You'd think the driver's in a big rush, right? Well, 5 minutes later, the same car's parked on the side of the road. No hazards, just sitting there. But wait, it gets better. A little further down the road, guess who comes flying past the camera car again? Yep, the same Mazda. Overtook once illegally, stopped for no reason, then did it again. Get this person off the road. What this BMW driver does, after getting denied a merge, makes zero sense. He tries to cut off a Ford, but the driver holds his lane. They collide, just enough to batter the BMW side mirror. That should have been the end of it, but nope. The BMW swings wide, a risky overtake from the opposite side, then forces its way back in. And not gently, he leans into the car, visibly bumps it to make space. Finally, he gets what he wants. But was that safe driving or just a Balkan driving lesson in full force? This looked like a normal overtake until the trailer started swerving. A truck hauling brand new cars suddenly begins swinging side to side on the highway. One wrong move and this could have ended in disaster. Cars worth thousands are just hanging in the balance. And here's the wild part. This is the second angle of the exact moment. Thankfully, the driver somewhat regains control, but this could have gone very differently. This small car gets cut off by a big truck. Not ideal, but it happens. You'd think the driver would let it go, but nope. What does he do next? Unbelievable. Hopefully, the truck driver got the message. Check 7 times, commit once. Because this time, that lesson came the hard way.